number 2, because it's got that shellac all over it. But it's okay, because I got a lot of it. It sucks that I have to go through this, but it's okay too, because once I get it started, she ain't gonna have nowhere to go but out. The steering sure is stiff though. Laying on it. Anybody think about it? I get a lot of messages and a lot of comments on scrapping. How do you want to do this? Or how are you going to do that? Or people saying, you know, what's the sense in micro scrapping? Well, I mean, if you don't do it, you ain't never gonna figure it out. So, what I'm gonna say now is, I don't consider myself a micro scrapper. But, in a sense, if you think about it, whether you're scrapping a refrigerator, or you're scrapping a microwave, or you're scrapping a car, or whatever, no matter what it is that you're scrapping, if you take anything, absolutely anything, off of that vehicle, off of that microwave, off of that car, refrigerator, anything. You take the extension cord off, the power cord off that refrigerator and that microwave. You take the catalytic converter off, radiator off, wheels off the car, if they're aluminum, whatever. Guess what? You just turned yourself into a micro scrapper, because that's what you are. I tear these transformers down. I'm micro scrapping it down. I mean, it's not micro, but in a sense, it's what you are. You're doing it. I mean, you get all these trolls commenting. Really, I mean, it gets on my nerves. But I sit there. I was sitting there last night thinking, you know, because, you know, that's what I do best, is think, sit and freaking dwell on stuff. It's part of my condition. I mean, part of being somebody with depression, somebody with a little bit of a mental disability. I don't claim all that stuff. I'm just as smart. It takes me longer to process things, but I'm just as smart as anybody else. But anyway, what I was saying is, this is a big old transformer, but I micro scrapped it down to this. You know, it's a big pile of wire. It's thick wire, but I'm still considered micro scrapping it down. So, if you're out there and you're giving people a hard time, like me, for instance, you know, don't you try this or something one time. Try it one time. Instead of being a couch bandit and talking shit to all of us, try it. You might make some money. You might enjoy it. I'm tired. All this copper is thick. And it's quite as thick as my finger, but come out of this transformer. Am I a micro scrapper? No, I don't go into circuit boards and stuff like that and take everything off. But I consider myself kind of a micro scrapper. I mean, because hell, you take all that junk there and you micro scrap it down to let me go over here in a minute. You micro scrap this stuff down. You know, all this stuff. See all this junk? I mean, there's baskets I can't do nothing with, but probably sell them. You take all this stuff, all this junk, this big ass machine, you know, like that one I videoed earlier this week, and you take all this junk, it's in the bed of my truck, you know, and then you micro scrap it down to, I don't know, let's see, to this. I mean, you got number 1 copper, you got number 2 copper, you got insulated wire, you got nothing. You got big breakers to process, control switches, wire. I mean, you micro scrap this stuff down to barely nothing. You know, scrap. Just finding anything and everything that you can get out of it. Then in the process of scrapping all this junk, you know, it might take a little while. It's going to take a little while. You're going to have a good payday. And in the process of scrapping, you're going to find stuff like this. These are cable cutters. I can't open them one-handed. But them things are huge. Look at them. And they ratchet. They open up just like normal. You know, you open them up just like normal. And you just close it down on something. And then you ratchet them closed. And it cuts anything. I mean, I don't want to tear them up. So, I'm taking my time with them and I'm not using them as much. But I mean, it's just like all these plugs and stuff that I strapped yesterday. You know, I'm not done with them, granted. But I get brass, I get copper. You know, I get all this beautiful cast aluminum. So, I'm gonna take some pictures later on of the scale, get a total weight of that transformer out of that machine, got all the copper together. So I'm gonna try to get a total weight of the transformer. If I can get it on my scale, I mean I can get it, but I gotta put it all in a tote. And then I gotta somehow or another get it back on my trailer. But anyway, I'm gonna cut the video and I'll edit the pictures and stuff in later. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Transformer and all the stuff. I teared the tote out. So we got a weight of 522.45 pounds. So it's 522 and a half plus 160, 1 and a half. So you're figuring on 685 pounds, give or take a pound. Okay, so here's what I got. Breaker tester, transformer, total weight is 684 pounds. That's the transformer, the whole thing. Total number 2 copper that it's going to go for is 202 pounds with a 482 pound shred. So that's just on that one machine. Alright guys, I told you I'd get you the numbers. I ain't got no pictures. I just figured I'd do it like this. You guys have a wonderful day.